Hey everybody, before I start today's video, I just want to let out a little warning that it does contain some partial dolly nudity, so if that bothers you, or if you're going to make immature comments about it, or whatever, please don't watch. With that aside, I've had a few people ask me to do a review of the Pipos Nightmare Alice body and jointing system, so that's what I'm going to do today. So, here's Amelia. Yes, partial dolly nudity, warned you. She is the size, the Pipos Junior Pie, I believe is the size. She's typical USD size doll, 27-ish centimeters. And, yeah, she's very standard aside from the outfit, really. So, I'm going to start with the head and work our way down. So her head cap is, if I can get it off, it's just a simple magnet, you can see here, with a whole lot of weirdness going on in the head. I actually haven't played with her enough to fully understand the intricacies of her head cap. You see there's like a floating piece in there? That's just to hold the knot. Like if you pull it up it'll come out, and I honestly think the knot can go right through her head. That's just basically to keep everything straight in there. So it is a very basic head. It's just got this extra sort of unknown floating piece in there. Nothing special. There's no lock. I think she's got a number in there. That might be the number of doll that I got. Anyway, the magnet is nice and strong. Like, I'm not concerned at all about losing the head cap. And it's got this little bit in the back, too, that kind of fits into a notch. Then she's got the really, really cool little Pipos emblem. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it's the cat. And it's really, really cute. Like, it's etched metal. So, the head cap's pretty basic, nothing very special except for that little piece on the inside. The range of movement, I find, is really good compared to every other USD I've handled, and actually most other dolls. Like, she can look almost right down, and I can put her in some really freaky looking poses, and she scares the crap out of me sometimes. She can look up very, very well. Side to side is great. I have no complaints about most of this doll. So, the arms are basically basic shoulder joint, nothing fancy. And her elbow joint is the same. It's just a single joint, but very good posing. She's not swayed, but she stays in whatever pose I put her in. Like, the joints are so well engineered on her. They fit together perfectly, and like, it's so snug and nice. I have no complaints about her joints, really. Her wrists have some nice movement. And I quite like the sculpt of her hands, too. I don't know how well the detail will show up here, but she's got some really, really cute hands, and I really like them. And she's got little fingernails, and they're very delicate and cute and chubby. So her torso is the only thing that kind of weirds me out. Might have to pull this down a bit so you can see properly. For some reason, the torsos on the Alices are different than the normal Pipos human torsos. Normally they have a joint, I think it's at the waist, but the Alices don't. It's just one solid piece, and also she comes with the large bust. There's no option for the small one for her because of the outfit, I think. With the outfit on you can't really tell, but I don't know, it looks a bit weird to have a tiny body with these boobs. I don't know, I wonder about that, but she is a limited doll, and it is a really nice torso sculpt. Like, she's got some cute little hips. It's almost like she's not supposed to be a kid. Like, she's just a tiny version of a pretty lady. Yeah, She's got some nice detail on her back. I'm sorry my lighting's not the greatest, but she's very pretty. She's just, it's a bit weird. So yeah, that is a single joint as opposed to, and I'm going to have to bring Sonnet in for this, a joint like this, where you can bend her forward and back. For Sonnet, it really helps in her sitting. For Amelia, I haven't had a major problem with it, but it is kind of awkward when she sits. Like, she looks very stiff and kind of like she's sitting like this. But I'm really okay with it. Her outfit kind of, if she did have that joint, the outfit is so much around her waist that it wouldn't allow for any movement, so I guess that's the reason they got rid of it. So I'm not really bothered terribly by it, but it is a weird decision by Pipos. Her leg joint is pretty basic right here. There's no extra pieces. I don't think there's any kind of lock. No, her leg can just move in there pretty freely, but it's not like it's all over the place. Like it goes where I put it. And she's got the Swarico joint, as it's called, with some notches on it, so that it locks in like it'll only let me move it there to there. It doesn't let me twist her leg all the way around, which is nice, because that is a huge problem for Sonnet and Toby with their legs spinning around. Sonnet just has weird legs and they like to twist around, but with Toby, like, his legs can spin as many times as I spin them. Hers will actually lock and stop them from whipping around and twisting the elastics. So that's a really nice feature that I like that they put in. Her knees, very basic, but they function nicely. Like, there's no locks, but there's no need for them. This is the only doll I have where there is really no need for any locking mechanisms. And very nicely sculpted. Now her feet have a very limited range of movement, I think. It's not bad. She wears shoes all the time, so it's enough. But it's definitely not as good as my Angi was. Same with her hands. But she sits quite nicely, aside from the weird leany backiness of her torso. She's a very, very pretty doll. The sculpting is gorgeous. It's very clean. The only seam that she has, she's got one on the side of her arm here, and one on the inside of her arm here, but there's, well, a bit on her legs, but none of them are really bad. She's got a beautiful face, gorgeous face up, and she came with these amazing urethane eyes that look really creepy on the camera. So, I really like her. The only main complaint I have is because Pipos specializes in, like, animal type dolls, their wigs do not fit properly. I had to literally shove her head into the wig. I was so peed off about it, and it just kept popping off, and it still does sometimes. Like, I have to really force it onto her head. So their wigs aren't the greatest, and they're a bit thin, but they're very pretty, but they're very thin, and they don't fit right, because she has a giant head. Like, if you let me get Toby, you'll laugh. Like, prepare for funny. Look at the difference in their heads. Hang on. His head is so tiny compared to hers. Like, if I take the wig off, like, with his wig, his head's the same size. Look at his itty bitty head. Her head is enormous compared to his. So I don't know if it's just that they have naturally huge heads and normal wigs don't fit them properly, but it's strange. Maybe Toby's just got a tiny head. Anyway, so overall, I love her. She's a great doll, well worth the money. definitely worth it. Her outfit is amazing. I've gone through the pieces in another one of my videos, so I won't go through that, but I really, really love her. She's great. I just sometimes wish she wasn't a limited edition because I'm a bit skeptical about playing with her, because I can't get another one. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. Just be aware that normal Pipos bodies do have a torso joint somewhere around here. It's either under the chest or in the waist, and they offer both small and large bust sizes. So that's the only difference. But I hope this was helpful, and I hope you like Amelia. And now I'm going to get her dressed again, which takes a good 20 minutes. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.